What up, YouTube? It's your boy CM the Goat 5, man. Back in the building, back with another, you know what I'm saying? Malone TV News. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know. We got a good one for you today, man. Another Diddy update. Update number 6, I shall say. Um, like I said, we're gonna keep y'all updated on what's going on in the current events to come. You know what I mean? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, let's get into it. Today's event. So let's go.
Is Mr. Let Go, and we have a very interesting show for y'all today. I am here with Chris Todd, the actual author of Kim's book, Kim's Last Words. And I would say for the longest, everybody has been wondering who this guy is. Why did he write this book? And the biggest question, is it real? And if it's real, why were they able to take it off of Amazon? And why is all these people suing? And earlier, I actually said, I think the book is real, mainly because of one thing. The people that are disputing this book are either in this book or they're kin to somebody that is in this book. So Diddy's kids are saying the book isn't real. Of course, because they're hearing about their mother having all these different sessions and situations or whatever while she was pregnant with them. So think about that. I do not want to hear about my mom doing some crazy stuff anywhere, especially while I was in her belly. So of course I'm going to say it's not real. And then the other person, which Albie Shore, whatever, he turns around and says the book isn't real because in the book he's doing some crazy stuff. So because of all of that, I think the book could be real due to the fact that the people saying it's not real have a specific reason why they would think it's not real or would say it's not real because they are in the book. So everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Hit the like button and let's get to it. So Chris, I'll unmute you. All right, so let's get it.
Too much singing. Y'all for dance for tough. Y'all for dance for serious radio, right? What for dance, man? You ready? All right then. Aye. Get them the dance, bust the dance. Get them the dance, bust the dance. Get them the dance, bust the dance. Get them the dance. Come on, girl. Aye, aye. Another one. Another one.
Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm glad to be here, man. I appreciate you having me on. So thanks so much. My name's Chris Todd. I'm an investigative producer, journalist, and author here in Los Angeles. We're famous in severe cases. I write books. I also act at times as a police informant on murder cases, child disappearances. I work cases across the entire country, lawyers, DAs, police, sheriffs. I do many different things. The Kim Porter drama and saga is really just one thing I do. So this a lot of people need to kind of look up my past a little bit to understand first before trying to pigeonhole me or to say who the heck is this guy. And obviously today I'm a lot more known because of this Kim Porter situation. So I'm
Right.
grateful for the opportunity, and I was honored that I was given this opportunity to publish her book. I didn't write this book. I need to say that. I'm not the
Okay.
writer of the book.
Okay. So who is or
And
who
this is one of
like?
the last copies ever made.
Okay.
And I scratched out the name because basically this was a copy that I had shown reporters before it was ever published. I showed them, but I blacked things out so they couldn't see really what was going on all the time.
Okay.
And
So
this
who is the writer of the book, and why are you saying or were saying you were the writer? Like, where wouldn't hear if you were not the writing of the book? Like, I'm confused. You said you didn't write the book.
I understand. So I was told and approached by sources. Okay, there were two main sources that I got to meet over an 8-month period. Okay, that said they had Kim's flash drives. Okay, that
Okay.
before she had died, she gave these flash drives to someone. Okay,
Okay.
there's
Okay.
multiple drives. There's more than one. I was not allowed to see them all. Okay.
Okay.
I was only allowed to basically see some photos and the memoir itself, the book.
Okay. So there are other books. I mean, there are other possible books that are out there.
Well, no, this is her only book.
Okay. So let's back up. Who wrote it? And if you did not write it, what? Explain that part, because I just I still don't understand that.
And the reason I say it this way too is because you have to understand, like, you're the first interview I'm doing, sort of, since all this drama has happened. So this is me. I'm doing another interview this week on a smaller platform, but yours is a bigger one. This is my first one since like the Art of Dialogue a couple weeks ago, when all that blew up and 50 Cent called me a fool and like all that stuff started happening. So you have to understand that I've had to do more investigation since then. So I'm going to say it this way about the book now. And even the sources may not want me to say it this way, but I have to say it this way because we have potential lawsuits. The book got pulled down from Amazon. They're holding my money. Literally.
Okay.
Holding.
But wait. If you didn't write the book, why are they holding your money?
Well, that's let me say.
And that is the thing I'm confused about. You're saying you didn't write the book. What? I'm confused.
Let me say it to you this. Give me like 30 seconds to say this.
Okay. Gotcha. And real quick, so everybody else,
sorry, my bad.
drop your sit in the chat where you at. Drop your sit chat. Let me know where you at. I just realized I was live on two times on my own freaking channel, so I had to fix something real quick. So, everybody back. Drop your,
Welcome back.
Yeah. So, drop your sit in the chat. Let me know where you at, because some people just got kicked off, and you're probably wondering what just happened because I had to cut some off. So drop your sit in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop popcorn emojis, and hit the like button. So now everything is gonna go back to normal because I just really messed something up. So
what I'm trying to say is this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna explain it to you in the most simple way.
Okay.
All right. And I'm not supposed to show the cover because they made us remove Kim's picture from the thing. And so, let's say it this way. I was given Kim's memoir that she wrote. Now, to me, did I know Kim Porter? No, I did not. Did Kim Porter hand it to me personally? No, she did not. She died 6 years ago. Okay. So what I'm saying is, as an investigator, as a producer, as a journalist, as an author, I was presented with the opportunity to publish her book. Okay? Just me, nobody else, because sources didn't want to come forward with it.
Because you being a journalist that is trusted.
And look, let's be honest, they're using me in a way, which is fine, right? So they need somebody, they need a scapegoat, right? And so they benefit, they don't get revealed, they don't have to come forward. They had fear, they were afraid. Okay, they were afraid for their life.
Now I get it. Yeah.
Remember, Diddy's not in jail then. He's still out. So
he was still out. Yeah.
Now, I'll say this. Now, in the original memoir / DocX PDF, whatever you want to call it, right? I had to manipulate that to put it in the correct format for a 6x9 book. Okay. So yes, I wrote the first page, which is the disclaimer that says, hey, one of Kim's final wishes, I believe, was for this book to come forward out of protection of the parties. And I say this, I X some people out. That's my decision. They didn't want me to X anybody out. They wanted to just let it fly. And I said, no, I don't want that smoke. I don't. And so I say in the disclaimer page, it's not my first book. I wrote books. So I basically say, I will release this information in the future, not right now. It's too shocking. Okay.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I believe Kim Porter wrote the book. Do I know for a fact that somebody did not manipulate the book? They may have. Okay. The person that Kim gave it directly to, right?
Okay. Right.
This is years ago. So, as an investigator, and I feel I'm the best one in the game, I'm just going to say it. I'm not stupid. I know it's possible that somebody interjected some of their own stuff, but right now, I still believe that's Kim's book.
Gotcha. Okay. So now, thank you for adding just clarity to that part, because I was just confused. So thank you, Angie.
About the name Jamal, that's next. We go to that.
Yeah. So what is this Jamal stuff? And everybody make sure to hit the like button. Everybody make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit your like button, and still drop your city in the chat, because I'm looking in the chat. I want to see who's all in here. Where you from, Chris?
I live in LA.
In LA. Okay, you live in LA. Okay. So who is this Jamal person?
Okay, so when I was originally given the memoir, right? They wanted me to say Jamal Millwood.
Who the hell is Jamal? What the?
The one thing big brands don't tell you about meeting marketing goals. Think about it. Do you ever?
Okay.
Jamal Millwood, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't. Okay. So at first, I had to research a little bit, and it popped up that it was.
Why you just asked him?
Well,
why didn't you just ask him, like, who is Jamal Millwood?
Let me get to that. So
okay,
I do my first investigation about who's Jamal Millwood, right? I see the Tupac stuff pop up, right? And that it's an alias, that he was still alive, or that he used the name Jamal Millwood, like back in the day, like as a fake name in hotels, or if he wanted, a lot of actors do that. They change, they have different names for when they check into places.
Right.
Obviously, I had many conversations with the sources saying, why are we saying Jamal Millwood? I put the T there for Tupac, so I call it Jamal T. Millwood, so that in case there's really a Jamal Millwood in the world, at least we got a 1 in 26 chance that his middle initial is a T, right?
Okay.
So I put T for Tupac because Tupac is part of the story in the book about Diddy having him shot with Jimmy Henchman. And Kim overhears them saying they want him to be murdered at the Quad Studios. Okay.
Right.
So this also then, if you look at the book, it says by Jamal T. Norwood for Kimberly A. Porter. You don't say by Kimberly Porter because you have a legal issue. You say it's for her.
Right.
In reality, if everything is true, it's her book. Right.
Yeah.
So it's a form of protection. That's what people just think. Yeah. Oh, he's a culture vulture. He's a colonizer. I get it. I already knew that was coming. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button, man, and share what I'm showing. Share what I'm putting out there. Hold on a minute. Let me do something real quick. Give me 1 second. 1 second, gang. Trying to do something I forgot to do beforehand. It should be on there. I don't know why it's not on there. One second. Yeah, there we go. Now we're back.
It's okay. It's not my first black story. Okay.
Yeah.
I was the guy who owned Emmett Till, and everybody went.
There was a guy who did what? Wait, you did
I
what?
used to own the Emmett Till story. Emmett Till, the movie.
Okay. Also
And
said.
people easy.
Okay. You also said something about OJ. Also, so
I revealed who OJ's murder accomplice was. That he had an accomplice.
Right. So you said you're a CI or a private investigator. Like, what do you do for a living that puts you in these rooms or in these environments or have access to all of these? Because it's not just Kim Porter and Tupac, it's OJ, it's Emmett Till. Who are you,
Natalie
and how
Wood,
is all this
Delphi.
information come to you?
You know what nobody talks about when it comes to building a content creator business? That if you're not using a tool like HoneyBook to stay organized and professional in your community.
Delphi. I did the Hollywood story about Hollywood murders. Like, so my point is this: I'm an investigator. I'm not a cop. I'm not a PI. A lot of times when they say I'm a PI, they're not supposed to say that. I'm not a private investigator. Okay, that's a licensed ex-cop usually. Okay,
right.
Not law enforcement. I've told people that many times. They keep calling me a PI. I'm not a PI. Okay, I'm an investigator. I'm a producer, author, and journalist. I also, at times, am an informant for murdered children.
Whoa. I got what you're saying, but let's just say deleted.
I know we can't say unalived people.
Okay? Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So I've solved over 5 cases. Okay, don't believe me. I will show you if you come to me, and I'll show you. Okay. So obviously, a lot of people know me from OJ, Natalie Wood, Aaron Hernandez. These are the things they know me. I was in Hollywood for 20 years. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't go by Chris Todd for a long time. That's my pen name. Okay. All right.
Gotcha.
So to answer, to get back to it, basically is, I'm not like, now on the Diddy thing, am I potentially going to be an informant? Yes, I am. Because I already have people coming to me saying they were abused by Diddy. So I will, if there's anybody who is of a younger age, that would have to be immediately handed over to the feds. Okay.
Quick question. Because of what you just said, and I want you to go back to what you're saying. I just want to ask for clarity. What is the difference between you and Jaguar Wright? Because Jaguar Wright is saying people are coming to her about this stuff too, and like, so different or similar to Jaguar Wright?
Yeah, and you're saying it correct. We are similar and we're very different.
Right.
Okay. Jaguar Wright lived some of this experience herself. She is a victim herself. Right. She is an advocate for not only herself, and obviously she comes after other people, right? Other celebrities. That's her right. That's her deal. I don't mess with her. I've never met her. If people are coming to her, she's a little different style. She doesn't write books. I'm an author. I'm an investigator. She's an investigator. Okay. And I'm not downplaying what she does. I think she's great. I think she's dramatic. I think she's somewhat of an actor. I was too. And she's trying to get her point across with these shock. She's great entertainment. She's brilliant. She's brilliant. Okay. Is she come off a little unhinged? But she's probably doing that on purpose.
On purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
To keep guessing a little. Yeah, because, and look, I'm sure she's going to be approached by law enforcement at some point. Like, they're going to be like, you're saying a lot of stuff about a lot of people. Like, do you have proof? Like, because they're going to arrest other people. So my point is, what I do is, like, my books say I kill killers. That's what I do. That's what my shtick is. That's not what her shtick is. Focus in the music industry and victims that of these certain rappers and hip hop artists like that. Same with Gene Deal. Okay. Same thing with Gene Deal. Okay. He's a former policeman. He was a bodyguard. I get it. He's not an investigator. They don't do what I do. Okay.
So you have, to a certain degree, different credibility or more credibility, specifically because you are an investigator, and they have been in the industry. You've been in the industry, and you're an investigator.
I've been for the last 10 years. I'm an investigative producer, journalist, and author. So gotcha. What I'm getting at is, like, I would ask them this: do they go undercover, talk to killers? They don't. I do.
Say the leaders, not.
Sorry,
because I don't want no problems with you two. Okay, so real quick. All right, so Brown Sugar says, please hit the like button. Thank you for the super chat. We are low on likes, so we got 319 people in the building. Please hit the like button. So let's have a quick commercial break
Yeah,
so we can get these likes up, and then
I'm
we'll
gonna take my
come
own
right
commercial
back.
break.
And during this commercial break, y'all,
I'm gonna take my own commercial break because I don't want to hear this dude talking about it. But shout out to Mr. Let Go or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my own commercial break real quick. While you doing this own thing over there, I'm gonna do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. Bring me back up here. All right. Yeah, I got this new product that I'm gonna doing that is my new sponsor. They're a new sponsorship of mine. You know what I'm saying? Rogue Energy Drink. Well, let me make it big for you so you can see it. Let me get the screen bigger. That way y'all can see it. Okay. Well, you see it on the screen. Dang it. There we go. Rogue Energy Drink. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling really down, you know what I'm saying, you want to get some energy just to pump your day, get you going, get your muscles going, get your, you know what I'm saying, get your legs and arms and everything going, get you vibing right, you know what I'm saying, put you in an order for this Rogue Energy Drink supplement, you know what I'm saying, it's good vitamins, vitamin C, D, all that, you know what I'm saying, so I got a big order on the way myself. If you plug in and want to do your order, make your order, use code Malone TV. That's on the screen right now. And use QR code Malone TV to get you some of that Rogue Energy drink and have it shipped to you front door immediately. Cause this is something that you might want to just, tap into just to have some good energy going, you know what I'm saying, during the day if you're just feeling down and out or whatever. You know, I like it because it's got that Kool-Aid taste to it to me. So that's why I pretty much ordered me some of it, you know what I'm saying? I took on them as a sponsorship. So get the QR code and type in Malone TV, use the Malone TV QR code when you do your first purchase or whatever, and whenever you do any of your purchase, you get 10% off on your purchase. So with that being said, let's get back into it.
I need y'all to hit the like button. So everybody who has not hit the like button, please.
That basically is kind of not a goodbye.
Reading the shit.
Would you be interested in collecting 5-figure paychecks for a few hours of work, helping me in your spare time from home?
Okay, but drop it in the. It got to be $10 or more. $10 super chat, $20 super chat, $50 super chat, whatever. Okay, so if you any of this, or have you been around any of these people? Who?
Yeah, well, let me say this way. First of all, let me say this. I received a cease and desist letter from Sean Combs.
Okay.
Last week.
Okay.
I've never shown it. I eventually reveal it to the media, and it's 2 pages long, and it's from Diddy himself, from jail,
Okay.
asking me for the flash drives, trying to
Mhm.
force me through his lawyers to bring forward the
You
flash
got to show
drives.
proof of that, homie.
Okay,
Okay.
that's number one. So Diddy knows who I am, right? Number two, the sources, absolutely. I am close to the sources, of course. Now those sources, those are the ones who are close to Kim and Diddy, both of
Right.
them.
hmm
I'm not going to say who they are. I'm not going to say their names. And
Okay. So they're close. Gotcha.
very close.
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to know if it was anybody. Okay. So next,
And I talk to them weekly.
you talk to them. Okay. So if you talk to them weekly, what are they going through?
Well, I will say this: they are now trusting me. Supposedly, I'm going to get more. I'm going to have more stuff soon, like tapes.
More stuff meaning what?
Tapes.
But you said you're not going to put anything else out. So what are you going to do with the tapes?
I didn't. No. I'm putting more stuff out. I said the more stuff related to the book.
Okay, so another book or tapes? Because you said tapes.
Tapes.
Are you going? What are you going to do with the tapes? This question.
I'm gonna release them to the public.
Oh, you're just going to release them to the public? Okay, I thought you was going to put them in a form where you can sell something. I got you. You just going to give it. Okay, can I get one of the tapes
Well, what I'm
instead
going
of
to do
just
is
release them to the public?
what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide screenshots of tapes that are in legal format, right? Like I said, anything that is illegal that has to be given to the authorities. That will not
Yeah.
be shown. That's only for the authorities, right?
Right.
Anything that is legal, that is salacious, fun, celebrity scandal driven, I will provide you, yes, with screenshots first to show you what that is. And then at that point, there will be an institution that will have to bring them forward.
Okay,
Like not
but when you release them to the public, what is the difference between releasing them to the public and releasing them to me or a blogger or somebody?
I'm going to
like
spread it around. I'm going to spread it around. Yeah.
So how many people do y'all think y'all believe this dude right here? What he's saying? Most of the stuff he been saying, you know, pretty much been on point, but some of the stuff he trying to elaborate is kind of, I don't know, fishy. Well, but if Diddy sent him a cease and desist letter from jail, then most likely he gonna have to pretty much, because I seen they already done took the books off the market, off of Amazon and all that stuff already. That supposedly Kim had wrote or whatever. So maybe he's telling the truth about this whole situation. So we're gonna see.
Okay, so you're saying you will give me a tape?
Not a full tape. I said I give you screenshots first of the tape, and then I would reveal the tape.
I don't understand the screenshot thing. What is the screenshots of the tape versus the tape? Just give me the tape.
Well,
like
I might be able to give you one of the tapes if I choose a certain tape. Sure.
Okay. Because do y'all want me to get one of the tapes so we can talk about it? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I want a tape. I want 2 tapes. All right. So say on live right now, I'm getting 2 tapes.
I will give you a segment of a tape.
2 segments.
2 segments of a tape.
Boom. Gotcha. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. So I am getting something, a segment of
Doesn't know why,
tape.
but
Make sure there's not no 2 dudes. I don't know, but
I got some audio talking about it live, so
I know it's
you can go back and recap my video.
You know that's coming, right? You know that's coming, right?
Pause. But I know, but I don't.
You can't pick. I choose what you get. So you're not
Deal.
picking it.
Let's go on down. See what we're talking about. I don't want to.
Being Kanye, and she's just like,
Attention retirees, get your computer from 9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m.
oh, you finna go down
No,
too.
putting stuff in her drink, and then her
Oh,
drinking it, and then
okay.
an assault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Diddy is full on. I won't say the term if you don't want me to say it. He is.
Gotcha.
He likes men. So, yeah. There's women, obviously. You know, Cassie, Kim, Young Miami. I mean, look, he dated Lori Harvey. We get it.
So I'll say this. Because I'm not a blogger. I'm doing this to help protect my community from people like him, because Diddy is just somebody who got more money, but the rest of these dudes are doing the same stuff, right? So I'm looking to spread awareness of dudes like Diddy and help women understand what to do, what not to do when you go to any party, not a Diddy party, any party, because at the end of the day, you go to a party, they spiking drinks, possibly.
Yes.
If you sit your drink down and walk away from it, it might be something in the drink, right? So I'm bringing awareness to this type of lifestyle that men are living, and some dudes be in other dudes, you know? So to be honest with you, if it's a tape and it's some dudes, I don't care to have it, because I'm not a blogger reporter. I'm not going to talk about it, because unless it's something that is hurtful to women, hurtful to children, or puts men in a position where they can take advantage of women or children, I don't care. So if it's two dudes like, oh, it's so and so and so and so, I don't care, because I'm not the gossip person, unless it has something to do with the protection of women. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. And I, through my investigation and through sources and a lot of this, I get information behind people's backs. I have to do that. You saw the recent Kanye. I won't say what it was, but you know that Kanye's in the news now, right? There's a lawsuit.
Well, what exactly? I don't know.
Well, there's
Kanye?
a major lawsuit against Kanye right now.
Okay.
That just came out 2 days ago. He's next. He's going down next.
Yes, because of that woman.
Well, I don't know if I can say what he did. I don't want to say it. So.
Well, because of that woman, right? It was Kanye just being Kanye, and she's just like, oh, you finna go down.
No, putting stuff in her drink, drinking it, and then an assault. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that part. Gotcha.
He's done. Kanye's next.
Really?
Yes.
I was thinking Oprah may be next.
Oprah, that's all BS. There's no Oprah.
Really?
There's no Oprah. Oprah's not going to do any of that. If the only other name
Oprah be with everybody though.
Oh, you think Oprah's at a freak off?
Yes.
No way. No way.
No? Okay.
I'm going to protect Oprah right now and squash that rumor. Oh, this stuff. Look, it gets out of control. Look, we know the people that were very close to Diddy. Okay, we know who they are. I'm not going to say their names. All of them are on the chopping block right now. All of them. Okay. If they're at the parties where there is, like Tony Busby is saying, he's got 120 victims, which 20 are minors. Okay, he's got a lot more stuff than I do in that respect. Okay, more criminal activity. So Diddy and the other rappers or musicians or executives or Hollywood people, they need to worry about Tony Busby. They don't need to worry about Chris Todd. Chris Todd is representing more of the salaciousness of the celebrities that maybe had trysts with something illegal. Mine is more of a scandal, salacious.
Is it
story.
GHP type stuff? Right. So,
GHP.
question. Why aren't you more? Go ahead.
Tony Busby just came out with the lawsuits today. They just listed like 5. Yeah.
6 of them. Yeah.
They're coming out
So,
of Macy's.
just a question. It's just a question. Why aren't you more like Jaguar Wright? If you know more than Jaguar Wright, can't you make more money than Jaguar Wright by being a male version of Jaguar Wright? Just a question.
I'm not saying I know more than Jaguar Wright. I don't know what she knows. She's very cryptic. And
I think you know more current stuff versus 10-year ago stuff.
Steve Torrey here, host of the Sunday Drive on Sirius XM's NFL Radio. Celebrate every touchdown from every NFL game.
I'll say this. I have access to more than she and Gene Deal have put together.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So why aren't you a male version of Jaguar Wright?
Because that's not my style. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. I don't go on shows and start blasting people. That's not what I'm doing. Time is right for everything yet. I haven't seen it all yet.
What is everything? You mean you ain't gone through everything? What do you mean?
I haven't been given it all yet. It comes in pieces. Like it's like you have to understand when you deal with whistleblowers, they're scared. Okay. So what they do a lot of times, sources and whistleblowers, they'll tell you what they have, but they won't show it to you. They'll keep telling you so you stay interested. Then they'll show you a little bit. Then they'll show you a little more. Then a week will go by and nothing. Like when I got the book, okay, there's a perfect example. They didn't give it to me for like 7 months at all. I had nothing. They showed me 5 pages that were mailed to me on pieces of paper, printed out.
Why? Is there a reason why?
Because that's what they do. That's what sources and whistleblowers do. They're cryptic. They're secretive. They're not going to show you metadata. That's why.
Because Diddy is not getting out if they're afraid. They ain't got nothing to worry about. Diddy is in jail now.
He wasn't in jail then.
That's what I'm saying. So now, do you think something would do better? Mainly because Diddy, we have an understanding that no matter what shows the judge, no matter if a judge changes, a lawyer changes, he ain't getting out. So would that help the whistleblowers be more comfortable with, divulging more information because he don't try to get out 3 times and he ain't getting out?
No. They have given me more, but I'm waiting for the mother load. I want the mother load.
Why? So you're doing the same thing they doing.
I want the big one.
Why?
I want the big tapes. The big one.
Okay. So hold on real quick. Shout out to Dr. Michelle. I wish I had sound effects. I gotta get some sound effects.
Yeah, we're gonna stop that right there. Hold on. Don't go back. So that was the dude who got the tapes. Quote unquote, some secret person gave him all the tape right when Kim had passed or something like that. As soon as she passed, and so he got a hold of all the tape. So he pretty much published the book, quote unquote, that was for Kim Porter, allegedly. Well, I ain't gonna say allegedly, because the book was out there. It was on Amazon and everything. So, let's see what's going on up here. We're gonna update some more shit. If y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate everybody tapping in with me. Malone TV News, man, we in the building. Let's go. For all my new followers and all my new subscribers, I appreciate y'all tapping in, man, on my YouTube channel and everything. We're gonna start doing some stuff for the people. We're gonna pretty much start like I'm thinking about start doing like giving away prizes and stuff like that for all my subscribers and stuff like that as well. Just stay tapped in with me, and we'll make it happen. You gotta stick with me. We're getting there to that point. I just got a lot going on right this moment. And of course, we got the holidays coming around the corner. So let me see what we got over here, man. I'm just tired of the same old stuff. I'm trying to get. Let's see. Mm, I don't know how it's true. Some of this stuff just be crazy stuff. What this about right here? Some of these stories be fabricated. You gotta watch what you post and put there because of the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Then again, a lot of them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Jonathan Hay with the long resume. Jonathan is has been a music producer in the industry, and he's also done a lot of publishing work. So he's a publicist, and he's worked with quite a few people. Jonathan, give us some of the names of people that you worked with in the past.
Projects that I've worked on have included Rihanna, Johnny Depp, Natty Roots, Eric B. and Rakim, the Notorious Big Estate, Boosie Badass. I've also worked with Drake and Kanye West's Good Music.
This good content.
Mostly with Sahada Prince, Eminem's artist King Crooked from Slaughterhouse, DJ Khaled, Sway Calloway, Wu-Tang Clan, Twista. The list goes on.
So I saw an interview with you and Jaguar Wright on Real Life, and she spoke about you doing some work. Well, you spoke about doing some on Biggie's estate. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, first of all, shout out to Jaguar Wright.
The only thing more difficult than running a business is finding the right word to market it. Lucky for you, our new
She's really making an impact right now. She's been trending for the last 2 days, which is exciting. And people are starting to believe her because I know she dealt with a lot of blowback. So shout out for her for really kind of putting me in this, YouTube game, speaking out, being an advocate for victims and, trying to do the right thing and good for people. So shout out to Jaguar Wright.
It's crazy because when Jaguar Wright was coming out speaking about these things, everybody called her crazy. But it's why, let me tell you, I never thought that. And in fact, I think that she's really, really like on a different level with her intelligence. You know what I'm saying? But she knows what she's talking about, and she know why she's saying what she's saying. That was a pretty good interview, and I want to go over some of the things that you all talked about in that interview.
Mm-hmm.
And in particular, the Biggie estate, and how did you become to work on it, and how all that led up to you dealing with Diddy, maybe directly or indirectly.
The Diddler. So as far as the Biggie estate goes, we had done the Eric B. and Rakim album. We had done a reimagination with Eric B. and Rakim, and we hit #1 on the Billboard Jazz charts. We were there for 11 weeks. While we were out in Brooklyn doing all the different jazz clubs, promotions that required having a #1 album, we started to think about what would be the next project to do. And we decided to do the Notorious Big. So we went from Brooklyn back to Louisville, where we recorded Eric B. and Rakim, and we recorded Follow the Leader. I mean, we started working on the Biggie stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And we finished the Biggie stuff in 11 days. And after we were finished with the project, I sent it to a friend of mine, a journalist, who had covered the Eric B. and Rakim. And I wasn't sending it to him, to like cover the project. I just wanted his opinion to listen to it because it was like the first house music I had done, right? And he told me that he loved it. Well, a few days later, he called me and said that he sent it to Biggie's son, CJ Wallace, which is the 40th estate, and the estate administrator by the name of Willie Mack. And they loved it and they wanted to speak to immediately. So that night I spoke to Biggie's son while I was in Louisville. He was in Los Angeles, and he told me that he loved what I did with his father's music and that they were interested in doing a deal with me and they wanted to meet me in person. So I flew out there myself and, funded like everything, like from the Airbnb out there and uh, all the stuff that goes, along with, traveling, to the West Coast. Anyways, I met them. We hit it off. We did an amazing photo shoot where CJ rolled out a clothing rack of Biggie's clothes that his dad had worn when he was alive. So I got to like wear some of Biggie's clothes, which was unbelievable because just the week before I was working on Biggie's music to reimagine it as house music, and now here I'm wearing his. And we went out a couple times, and we vibed really really well.
So was this like your first big project working with Biggie before the other ones that you did? Was that when you was like first getting into the game?
No, this was in 2020.
Okay.
This is after, so we did Eric B. and Rakim in 2019, and then we did Biggie in 2020, right after that.
Got you.
Based on the success. And Biggie, when he was alive, was a huge fan of Rakim. That was his like favorite MC. So I was co-signed by Rakim and like Billboard magazine and stuff like that. So they did the deal with me for me to reimagine all his dad's work. It's the first time the Notorious Big State has worked with a producer because they get hit up a lot for people to do stuff. They actually did a whole project with me. They were supposed to, and we did this contract. Well, then, while I went out and saw him a couple more times, hung out with him, all good vibes. Knew that Willie Mack was gay. Knew that CJ Mack bisexual because they acted like they weren't a couple, but clearly you could tell that they were a couple. Willie Mack and CJ Wallace. Is like I was like, why are they acting like that towards me? Didn't matter. So Biggie's son, I guess because it's Biggie's son, and nobody wanted like Biggie's son to be bisexual.
Wait, that's interesting. So Biggie's son is clearly
yes.
When I look at those and things that we've exposed, Biggie Puff Daddy was in with these transgender women. Are you familiar with that?
Correct.
I got more Mac than Craig in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Did y'all even know that, man? Like, and they just brought this to forefront recently since all this Diddy allegations and stuff. So in the Biggie video where he was just playing a clip of back then, they had transsexuals in the video, admit, of them recording the video at that time. So Big was on that back then. Him and Puff was on that back then, being bisexual and all that stuff, which people wasn't really talking about then. So people really wasn't caring, and they didn't know what was really going on. So just listen to what he's saying.
Crazy.
And his lyrics that he says.
Yeah. He said, man, drop your kid. Don't you know we kidnap kids, F them and throw them over the. Oh man, it's bad. I don't know how far you want to get into it, but and you can if you will. But I think that now, just here speaking with you, I think they've been touched his kids. or somebody did that, because look, when you're sick like that and then your kids end up like that, it just makes you really wonder, how did you get like that? Where you just want to, and then you talk about doing stuff to people's kids and throwing them over the bridge, doing sexual things, and yeah, anyway.
Listen, that's interesting. But as far as like CJ's concerned, his son, and they look so much alike, it's weird. He was 6 months when his father passed. So I don't know, but I mean maybe it was with the stepdad who raised him. His name was Todd Rousseau, Faith Evans' husband.
Right.
But clearly it runs in his blood because Biggie was pretty open with it, right? Like he wasn't hiding it by any means.
I guess it was one of those peekaboo things. Yeah, I put it in your face, but I'm not really saying it. I'm giving you the impression it's not this way, but if you really pay attention, it's clear.
So CJ Wallace, Willie Mack, they were a couple. Like people could be around you and your wife without knowing that you guys are married, and people would know that you guys are a couple.
Right. Period.
Without you having to say it.
Yeah. Better do it.
Yeah, it was the same thing around CJ and Willie. They were like jealous of each other. They'd have their little spats and everything else, and blah 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 blah. And it was, we just dealt with it. Well, then the pandemic happened, and we were shut down. And during lockdown, we were still working on the project. And Willie started to like work with me like late on like Zoom calls and like video conference. And he would like go over the music when I was like producing the stuff. And he would give a lot of suggestions. But then he would start like suggesting like weird shit. And at first I blew it off. Maybe he's just being nice. My girlfriend at the time was like, he's flirting with you. She questioned me, do you guys have something going on? It's like, no, come on. Like, like we're together. Like, come on. I'm just being nice. It's a business deal, right, bro? Like, right. I'm just kind of ignoring it. And we're thousands of miles away. It didn't even bother me. But he kept like picking it up and saying a couple other things. And then he wanted me to get on camera with them and watch porn and jerk off on camera.
Oh, sick.
That's crazy.
And that's when I was like, okay, this has gone, this has gone too far. And I still didn't say anything, right? I didn't say anything because it put me in a weird spot, because CJ is his woman. And what am I going to do? Go tell CJ like his man is hitting on him?
Right.
That's going to jam me up. I'm going to lose my investment in my deal. But you understand what I mean? So it's like I just kind of brushed it off under the rug.
Wow, man. So maybe that explains why. And correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I got this wrong. But maybe that explains why Biggie's son, kids, CJ, maybe the rest of them I don't know, and kids got a relationship despite the fact that their mother hate this dude, because obviously she feel like he has something to do with her son's murder, whether it was by intentional or unintentional or what. But and maybe you can elaborate more on that, the dynamic of the relationship between Puff Daddy, Biggie's mom, the kids, and how all that intertwined.
Well, you're exactly right. And Puffy's son and CJ Wallace, Biggie's son, are really, really good friends. Like CJ Wallace is like so close to Christian. Like CJ Wallace was at the freak offs for sure. Willie Mack was at the freak offs for sure, because they were talking about Diddy's parties and how wild they would get, but loving it. Like the feds should go talk to Biggie's son about the stuff that he's seen at Diddy's freak offs with King Combs, Christian Combs, Puffy's son, because they were openly talking about it, like his parties and how debauchery would get, but it was a blast and it was fun, and da 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 da. And when the pandemic's over, they'll have me out to one of Diddy's parties and stuff like that. But listen, so we brought out one of the songs called Big Papa. that I'd his big estate.
Big Papa House Mix was produced by Wallace alongside Jonathan Hay, Sarah Rush, and Willie Mack.
Juggling multiple client sites? Supercharge your
And it went viral. We went on like Rolling Stone and Spin Magazine and Variety and all the big major publications, Hot 97. And we did some interviews together. There's one interview that you can see us on video, CJ Wallace and I talking about the song. Sarah suggested, she was like, "You think we could get Biggie's son?" I was like, no way. And then sure enough, so do you think we could get Biggie's son on one of the records or one of the songs? And sure enough, there he is. And they taken what Sarah and I did. It's Louisville. And Willie and CJ have fit into like a full-blown production, and it sounds better than anything that we could ever thought it to be in the beginning.
So we were kind of thinking of, different ideas. Yeah, putting the album out or even a single out around his birthday with Jonathan and Sarah. They came to us with the idea, and we were already thinking, what does Frank White sound like? Like, what does this brand sound like? And it's obviously Biggie inspired, but it's really, everything that I've listened to since I was, 5, 6 years old, all the way up to 23 now. So,
but this is where it got weird, is because as the song got like bigger and we started to get more serious, then we would have like bigger group calls. And since it was the pandemic, they brought Puffy on one because Puffy at the time was still involved with, Biggie, because he was signed to Bad Boy. He was still involved with his music and his estate and his publishing and whatnot. So him and Christian and CJ Wallace and Willie Mack and myself, and they had and CJ and Willie, they had this assistant with them. They're talking about this. He was dissing our record, bro. He's like, this isn't this isn't good house music. And he asked me, he was like, "Do you do ketamine?" And I was like, "I don't." But I was familiar with it because, my girlfriend at the time that I told you about, she was an ex-stripper, and she was like all into ketamine and, all that kind of stuff like that. So I known about it from her, and I hadn't done it up to that point. But he was like, "Do you do ketamine?" And I said, I don't. And he was like, "Well, you can tell. That's why the music sounds the way it does. That's why it's flat. They wouldn't play this at Burning Man. That's a place that Puffy would go to, like raves." He said they wouldn't play this at Miami Ultra Week. He was like, "You got to do that ketamine, man. Ketamine so you feel the vibes." He said all the ravers are listening to ketamine. You got to give them what they're all doing. And of course, I was just like, "Yes, sir. No, I totally understand. That type thing because it's Puffy. This is Puffy right before he's charged, Diddy, and then start sniffing, and like right now, like I'm looking at you,
right?
He just started sniffing.
All right, we're gonna go back and take a break with this. Let me see. In a second. You see where this dude going with this, man? Like, he really talking a lot of stuff. I'm gonna take a brief intermission on this right quick. Pay the bills. All right. So, we got the Rogue Energy drink. Okay, the Rogue Energy drink is a supplemental vitamin drink. Gives you full energy. Let you strive through the day. If you're feeling down or you're feeling just lazy and you need some energy to pump your vein, get your blood rushing, you know what I'm saying, and get that energy or that boost of energy that you need, get you some of this Rogue Energy drink, man. You know what I'm saying? Type in the QR code Malone TV and use my QR code to get 10% off on your first purchase. You did? So yeah, get you some of that Rogue Energy drink. and use my QR code Malone TV. It's on right here on the front of the screen. Now, also, if you hadn't got this autobiography, man, you know what I'm saying? It's on Amazon, Malone, you know what I'm saying? Hustle Forward, Not Backward, by yours truly, Charles Malone. Me, you know what I'm saying? Mama, I Made It. It's on Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble. You know, it's on sale right now for $9.99. You know what I'm saying? So you got a limited time to get it at that price. So you can, you know what I'm saying? You can even put your order in. You DM me, I can, you know what I'm saying, send you a copy straight to your front door. So get you a copy of this autobiography that I wrote, you know what I'm saying? My book, Hustle Forward, Not Backwards, by Charles Malone. And I got a description on the back right here, as you can see, of what it's about, you know. So there's that. Now let's get back into our current program. Hold on a second.
Right? He had his like phone with him. He's like holding it, he's like sniffing, and we're like, are you serious? It's crazy because his son was there, and his son was a lot younger. So I was just shocked that it was happening. I don't know if it was ketamine. I don't know if it was cocaine. It seemed to be ketamine because he was talking about it at the time, but it could have been coke.
That sounds really, really odd and more like on a spiritual note in a bad way, by the way. That you want to smoke, I mean, sniff ketamine in order to do beats. Now I've heard of people saying, I do my best beats when I'm high, or and this and that. But for him to confirm that, and then to know that he's put out some of the hottest music ever. Let's just be real. No matter what, the dude done put out some bomb music, and people know that. That's one of the dangers of listening to this stuff and being so indulgent, because we know what it derived from, and it came from spirits, from the evil spirits that's holding everybody and putting strongholds on the industry. And this is, it's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know that Biggie and Puffy, since we both know that they both are homosexuals, and that's been confirmed. Do you think that, or did you have any sign, anything or anything about Puffy and Biggie having sexual relations?
No, but I think Puffy and Diddy's son, CJ, had sexual relations.
Wait.
Damn.
Puffy was having sexual relations with Biggie's son?
This is crazy, bro.
It definitely seemed that way, the way that they would talk. Look, Willie Mack told me that he was with Puffy. And him and CJ would go to the freak offs, but they were so jealous, right? And they weren't calling them freak offs then. They were so jealous of each other that if one is going to be in the mix, then the other will. But I know Willie Mack has been with Diddy, and I assume that CJ Wallace Jr. has also been with Diddy.
Wow.
They went to the parties. They were both in LA. CJ lives in LA. You got to think too. It's like Diddy's biggest artist is Biggie. That's his flagship artist. That's his biggest selling artist.
So, oh man, Puffy was a low down piece of shit, bro. So I know you spoke before about DJ Khaled. Was they all involved with this Puffy stuff and all that too? DJ and some other people.
No, this was during the show One Shot.
Okay.
Obviously, DJ Khaled has, been with Puffy at his Diddy parties. We don't know what they've done, but DJ Khaled was doing a show called One Shot that I was involved in, and Sway Calloway and RZA, and they had their own version of like a Diddy freak off.
Yeah.
This is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Other casinos' graphics are so trash, you're gonna think you're playing a gas station slot machine. Moto.us has high quality Vegas style slots. If I hit 7.
Yeah. Did CJ or have you ever met Puffy Kids?
Just on the Zoom call.
Okay, but so have CJ or anybody ever spoken to you or talked about the Diddy parties and who may have been there or who was there?
They openly talked about the Diddy parties.
Oh man,
but they weren't considered bad then. They were considered the place to be.
Right. So they would have probably talked more freely about it. So let me ask, give me some names of some people that was there that would probably shock us.
I don't know that, but I just know that especially during the pandemic, during lockdown, they were still having the parties because they were talking about it. So it's like, oh, we're tired from being out with Diddy all night, that type of thing. So like Biggie's son, that's what I'm saying. Like I want to reiterate that, the Fed should definitely go talk to CJ Wallace, Biggie's son, and Willie Mack about what they've witnessed and what they've been put through.
Okay, so you say that with confidence, so you know something. What will they find? What will they find out?
I don't know. We would know because the way that they were talking about it at the time was they were always going over there. It's one of Puffy's closest people, and like I said, I believe that Diddy and Willie Mack and CJ, probably did some, crazy sexual stuff.
How old was
CJ would have been 20 at the time.
Okay.
But we don't. But he's been around Diddy. He's been around him his whole life. That's his dad is his biggest artist. So like to bring up your conversation earlier, Voletta Wallace, Biggie's mom, doesn't like Diddy at all because her son was murdered because of Diddy's label, allegedly, and because of his actions and because of how he got down. Diddy was in the car ahead of Biggie when he was assassinated.
Yeah. Joe did a big show on that on, I think, PD Podcast. I listened to it. I was on the road and listened to the whole interview, and it was really, really interesting. It actually changed my mindset about what I thought about Gene. I got a chance to kind of get to know him better and why he's doing what he's doing. And I can understand where he's coming from. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people would disagree, especially, the guys, stitches get stitches, snitches get stitches and all that, and whatever. But I can understand where he coming from. I'm not saying I would have did the same thing. I'm just saying I understand where he coming from. And I see it from a different light. But you spoke about, I just want to kind of dig into that a little bit. Maybe I asked the question a little bit wrong. When CJ, okay, you said that the Fed should go talk to CJ about things that was going on. Mm-hmm. So what would you expect him to say based on conversations that you have had with him?
Well, being that CJ Wallace is gay, Willie Mack is gay, and they were in a very controlling, toxic, jealous relationship, right? And they were both at the parties, and Willie had told me that he had been with Diddy, right? It just seems that it does, and they would go to the parties together. It just seems that they would have participated in something like that. Like, just, you can look up, CJ Wallace and Willie Mack, and you can see them and their history, what they've done over the years. Willie Mack is openly gay, CJ isn't.
So basically what you say is just logical that he's seen some things that,
correct.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I thought maybe he said some things.
All right, we're gonna leave that on the table right there, man, where it's at. That's some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, Literally, this is most some of the crazy stuff I don't seen, and it's been confirmed that Biggie and Puff was actually bisexual. They get down like that. Well, Biggie know because he not long unalive, but you know now it all makes sense because of the video when he had all them freaking the transsexuals or the trans S word in his video or whatever. And then you see the video when Puff's arm, and I heard you have seen Puff lip where Puff said, tell him to did like this, Puff did like this. You gotta peep all that stuff. When you rewind them tape back, rewind them video back, you can see all that stuff what's coming to play. So now it all makes sense that they got down like that. But it was a secret in the industry that the industry tried to keep it quiet, and it ended up backfiring on Sean P. Diddy come like crazy. Now everything come forth, and look where he ended up at. So he in a federal jail in New York City. Southern District of New York. And finna get ready to go to trial here in next May, 2025. So with that being said, bro, hey, that's a wrap. That's a done deal, you know. But hey, man, it's your boy, CM the Go 5, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in with me today, you know what I'm saying? I just want to come over here and you know what I'm saying, put a little something out there. Yeah, we're going to keep y'all updated on what's going on with this P. Diddy allegation stuff. So stay tuned in to me. Stay tuned in to my channel. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel at CM the Goat 5. Malone TV News, your boy CM the Goat. Deuces. We out, man.